Alright, what is up guys? So we're here with the patch 3.13 that just dropped here for Dislyte, and we're going to go over it. The new 5-star esper that's going to be dropping, her name is Abigail. She's a 5-star Inferno unit, which is very interesting because yeah, we already have a very good 5-star Inferno unit, which is Clara, which Zox had a really good point on that. So her first ability is Thorny Brambles. Deals damage to an enemy based on the caster's attack. Inflicts sleep, heals the caster for a certain percent of max HP. So this is very nice. Inflicting sleep is it's not the strongest debuff, but still a crowd control, which is nice. And then she heals herself for a certain amount of max HP. This is also very nice. She's not going to be healing another caster, just herself. She's not going to be healing another teammate, just herself. Then we have her second ability called Rose Blessing. Gains recovery, grants defense up and shield to all allies based on the caster's max HP and allies lost HP. So depending on how low they are and how much HP Abigail has, you're going to want to build her with HP. This is what it's telling me already. You're going to get a big old shield and you're going to get a defense buff. So this is great, and you're also going to get a recovery, which is, if you guys don't know, it's the heal over time buff, which is very, very nice. So that's actually really good. It's really good for survivability. And we got allies startability, Queen's Gift. We'll read the ascension here. Increases one ally's AP if the ally has fallen, revives them first, and then heals a certain percentage of their max HP. We don't know how much she's going to heal, so I'm guessing it's going to be a really nice amount. If the ally has not fallen, reduces this ability's cooldown. So I'm guessing if you don't have no one to revive, this is going to reduce its own cooldown automatically. By how many turns, we don't know. Again, these patch notes aren't so like specific and stuff with information. I really do wish that they just put on all the information here. It'd be very helpful and more accurate, so when we're reading the information, but it's okay, I guess. Grants absorb and attack up to all allies. So she's gonna grant attack up buff to everyone and absorb. So the new unique buff is called absorb, a general buff that is not exclusive to Abigail. So it's basically a buff that she puts on her allies, that if they hit someone and damage them, they're gonna be doing they're gonna be healing based on how much damage they're doing. So it's kind of like a Hades set, right? The lifesteal set. Yeah, so if they have Hades, it's just gonna heal more. If they don't have Hades, they're still just gonna be able to heal. So that's very nice, very interesting character. Has revive, right? So it's not just Cecilia now that has revive. We got a new revive unit, and I'm interested in seeing how much AP she increases here. Very interesting, and also how much she heals, and by how many turns the cooldown on her ult reduces it by. So very, very interesting stuff. And how much you're gonna be getting back from like healing, right? So that's her. And then we got the new 4-star Shimmer, Odette, skadi. Her first ability, Ice Lance, deals damage to an enemy based on Odette's attack, has a chance of freezing an enemy. Damn, freezing on her skill 1, that's actually very, very strong. Then we got Odette's second ability, Ice Barrier, grants cold armor to all allies. Cold armor strength is equal to a certain percentage of Odette's max HP. So it's basically just a buff to everyone, a unique buff. It's called cold armor, and let's see what cold armor does. It absorbs damage equal to cold armor strength. So depending on how strong cold armor is how much you're going to be absorbing. When attacked, has a chance of inflicting attack down and speed down the attacker. We don't know the percentage on that. Would love to see that. If the attacker is already afflicted with speed down, has a chance of inflicting freeze. So very nice. I would like to see the percentage chances on those also, so we can see how high. Maybe it could be a very high chance of landing freeze, or it might be very low. We don't know how good this ability really is, but on paper it looks pretty good so far. So then her ultimate, Bitter Cold World, deals damage to an enemy based on Odette's attack, freezes the enemy, can't be resisted. Wait, what? Okay, so this is a guaranteed freeze. It's a guaranteed freeze. I'm guessing if they have immunity, you can resist this, but if you don't, it doesn't matter how much resist you have, you're getting freeze no matter what. Wow, okay, so it's a single target attack, guaranteed freeze, gains freeze, immunity, recovery, and cold armor. Wait, so it says gains freeze, immunity, recovery, and cold armor. So I'm guessing she freezes herself too on top of this. Interesting. Cold armor strength is equal to a certain percent of Odette's max HP. If Odette fails to freeze the enemy, deals additional damage equal to a certain percentage of her max HP. Okay, so some HP scaling stuff here. Very interesting characters. So they're adding some more ice characters. So that's very interesting, very interesting. As you guys all know, I think freezing is one of the strongest debuffs in the game, as far as like CC and stuff. But yeah, we'll have to see how that is when she comes out. I am very curious though about what this means when it says gains freeze. I don't know if that means like you get frozen or if this is a typo. So next we got the new Senor Hunt thing that you can do with your club members. It's the big boss that we saw in that trailer that you can take down with your club members, and it's a party of 3, so you and 2 other people, and it opens every 3 days from what I see on here. And within those 3 days is going to be called Ultrasonic Season, and the first Ultrasonic Season is going to be from September 30th to October 2nd. So each player gets 5 tickets. They're called Ultrasonic tickets to take on divine servants. I guess our first divine servant is going to be the Dark Star Lord, which is the new boss here in the Senor Hunt. So interesting stuff I was reading here. It says a squad consists of 5 espers, and squads join battle 1 at a time in order. If one squad loses, the next squad joins. So very interesting. So once one squad goes in, then the next squad goes in, right? So basically the next person in line. Very interesting stuff. So they're going to be adding a point system, like I said, throughout the 3 days in the season, and whoever scores the highest will get high rewards and stuff like that. So, and super sound matrices, right? So I think this is another way for us to get super sound matrices, which is nice, which is to pull on the new the only banner that has the rate up right now in the super senses banner. So this is very important. Once all the points are calculated, there's 3 different types of gifts that you can get. There's gift of courage, gift of challenge, and gift of conquest. Gift of courage, if you get that one, you get guarantees 1 random elite or superior 6-star relic, has a small chance to grant Nexus crystals. Now if you get gift of challenge, guarantees 1 random superior or flawless 6-star relic and has a small chance to grant you Nexus crystals or gold records. Now if you get gift of conquest, which to me most likely will be the best one, guarantees 1 random flawless 6-star relic, has a small chance to grant Nexus crystals, gold records, legendary boost stones, wow, and reset stones. Oof, so you get a lot of good stuff here. So gift of conquest, for sure you get some good stuff. So yeah, that's for sure the best thing to try to aim for if you can. So the first 4-star event character that we had, Meredith, she can now be also acquired in the gold record summons. So pretty cool for whoever missed out on her. Oh yeah, Abigail will be in the super senses banner. There will still be no rate up banner on the gold record banner, guys. So yeah, nothing has changed there as far as from what I read. And the new game mode that we saw was the Zodiac Trials. This is kind of a new this is also a new thing that they're trying out. So basically the Zodiac Trials has 12 stages, and in each stage there's going to be 2 guardians, and if you defeat either one of the guardians, right, you proceed to the next stage. And your squad is you're gonna have to have 5 people. And after you beat a guardian, right, one of the 2 people to proceed to the next stage, you can actually recruit one of the members from the guardian team. So I'm guessing one of the espers, and you can bring them and to use them in your team so you can keep continuing to climb and beat the 12 stages so you can beat Zodiac Trials. And you will get rewarded with gold records and super sound matrices and other rewards. And yeah, that's what it is. I thought it was a co-op mode, but I guess it's totally not. Whoa, and then we got something new here. So it's called for the Echo Tribute. You can use your gold records on something called Divine Turntable. And every spin that you do counts as 1 point. And then you can use those points in the Echo Points shop, right? And you can redeem, go in there and try to redeem Shimmer records, which always grants Shimmer epic or legendary. Wow, this is great because all the other Shimmer fragments and other Shimmer records that I've gotten so far has always been like 3 stars, and like most of the time is guaranteed 3 stars. I've never really seen anybody heard of anybody pulling anything like Shimmer with their Shimmer records or anything. But With this one, the Shimmer, the exclusive Shimmer records, you can actually guarantee yourself a 4-star or legendary pull, which is nice. Also, you get Shimmer records there. Yep, what I said. Legendary Billimon and other rewards. So there's gonna be a lot of good stuff in there, guys. So keep an eye out for that. Add Graywater Black Market, right? So it's from September 30th to the 25th. And basically it's saying that you can use Nexus crystals now to buy super sound matrices, Shimmer records, reset stones, and other items in the Graywater Black Market. This is very nice. Items in the market have a purchase limit, so there's gonna be a limit to how many of them you can purchase. And it's a little shop that they're gonna add that you'll be able to just buy some extra goodies, right, with Nexus crystals. I'm hoping you can buy a bunch of super sound matrices, but we'll see how that goes. Okay, so this is one thing I wanted to mention. In the gold record banner, when there was a rate up, we used to have every 20 pulls we would get a guaranteed 4-star, but they took that away. Actually, I remember somebody pointed that out in one of my comment sections. Shout out to you, you know who you are. But I don't know if they're gonna add that back, but from what I read here, they're actually gonna add that to the super sound census pool. Every 20 pulls, you're on your 20th pull, you'll get a guaranteed 4-star, which is nice. But are they gonna bring that back? I believe they should bring that back to the gold records as well. And now they're also adding in the Shimmer record player, the ones just for the Shimmer, if you on your 20th pull, you are guaranteed an epic esper. Okay, this is actually a big change, because now if you haven't obtained a legendary Shimmer attuned esper after 99 draws from the Shimmer record player, which is where you use like the Shimmer cards or fragments and stuff, or records just specifically just for the Shimmers, that you will get after 99, your 100th pull, your next draw will be guaranteed legendary Shimmer attuned unit esper. That is awesome. And for those of us that have been already pulling and haven't had the luck of pulling a Shimmer, those pulls already will be carried over. So if you did 30 pulls from before, and when they do this update, they're gonna give you those 30 pulls on the next update, which is very, very sweet. I don't know about you guys, but I've been struggling with my inventory, but it looks like they're increasing the capacity from 2,000 to 3,000. So we're gonna be able to have 1,000 more storage, I believe. Thank goodness. Oh my god, my bags are always full. So it looks like Raven got a buff on her skill 1, where she's gonna, if they're not buffed, she's gonna be doing 30% more damage basically. And now on Raven's ultimate is a guaranteed chance to land that defense down buff. Before it was a 50% chance, but right now it's not showing a percentage chance on the new move that they did on the buff. So it's guaranteed defense down for 2 turns. Oh my god, Raven is beastie. And also the last new thing on her, additionally to her ult, is for every buff dispelled, increases Odin's damage by 2%. Very nice little damage boosting that they gave Raven. Definitely appreciate it to all the Raven players out there, I'm pretty sure. Okay, Jinyu Yai, oh my god. So yeah, the ability where she was able to transfer all allied debuffs to an enemy, now that move has a dispel. It dispels all the buffs from the enemy, and upon successfully dispelling, reduces the enemy's AP by 50% and transfer all allied debuffs to the enemy. All right, this unit is a S class, S tier. So Bonnie basically got a buff where on her ultimate, she will actually have a 50% chance to dispel another buff, right? So she's 100% chance to dispel one buff, but 50% chance to dispel another one. So that's actually very strong. Bonnie's going to be getting a lot of play. And Arcana seems to have got a quite decent nice buff. On his skill 1, he, instead of the miss rate up that he used to apply, now he applies an attack down buff, debuff for 2 turns. And then on his skill 2, what they did is, instead of making his second hit steal AP and share it, they completely took that out, and when the enemy is afflicted with miss rate up, now increases their debuff duration by 1 turn. This ability won't miss, so it's guaranteed to land and extend all whatever debuffs, existing debuffs they have, and increases it by 1 turn, which is very strong. His new ultimate does the same thing, except has a 50% chance of inflicting miss rate up for 2 turns. So he does inflict miss rate up himself, which is very, very nice. And also each buff stolen increases his own AP by 30%. So Arcana's probably going to be starting to get some serious play, guys. He's probably going to be getting some play. I don't know about serious, but we will definitely see these are some pretty decent buffs. Okay, and last but not least, Kaylee. Definitely much needed some love. On her skill 1, basically is if the enemy is frozen, she's gonna get a increase of damage by 50%, which is nice, and she does everything else the same. And then on her skill 2, what they're gonna be doing here is that upon her critting, is that she's gonna have a 50% chance of dispelling 1 buff from the enemy, and also a 30% chance of freezing the enemy for 3 turns. So she attacks 3 times, so she could potentially dispel 3 buffs if they all proc. And then, you know, most of the time, by that time, you're gonna get immunity off of them if they do have it, and you're gonna apply that freeze. It's a 30% chance though. So very nice change. Very nice buff for a controller, Kaylee. And then we also have on her ultimate, each crit has a 60% chance of freezing the target for 1 turn instead of 40, so they upped it by 20%. Very nice changes for Kaylee and just everyone in general. Overall, really good changes. I personally like them. And but I still would have personally liked to see that gold rate up banner come back. I believe a lot of the players would like to see it too, but they didn't do it this time around, so we'll just have to wait and see. But everything else, the updates look good. I was hoping that we would have got another RTA of some sort, because after they took out warm-up matches, I mean, you know, we don't have anything really. They should have kept it something for like a preseason, right, for us to just test out new comps and stuff, and then they should have had like a real season for when they come out. But I guess they're still in the works with that and fixing a couple things or trying to adjust things, so that's cool. There was a few changes here with the summoning system and some new shops added, so overall pretty good patch. But yeah, like I said, I still would have liked to see that gold record rate up to come back, but we'll just have to wait and see. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. It's your boy Jadaa. I'm out. Peace.